I'm gonna try to look alarmed, because I am alarmed. My name is Hannah, and this is my beauty budget.
Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da.
Hey guys, so I am filming what is on my end gonna feel like a regular get ready with me. I'm just putting on my makeup, but this is the highly anticipated, as far as I'm concerned, my boyfriend edits my video. It's basically what we came up with as Joe's way of being on my channel. He's not exactly super shy, he just isn't into it. Like, he just doesn't want to be on my channel. I'm actually gonna start getting ready while I talk about it. So I'm gonna start. Let's go ahead and get into the meat of the video. Anyway, I don't know what's gonna be happening at this moment in the video. I have the sense that Joe is probably going to be a somewhat unorthodox editor. We will see. I don't even know if you're gonna be able to know what I'm doing or like see me get ready or anything. I'm just gonna hand over the footage to him and see what he does. So Joe, I was talking about Joe's presence on my channel. You know, it's not like I'm pressuring him to be on my channel and he's like,
no, get away from me, foul demon.
He's just, you know, I mean, he was the body swatch in that Rich Luxe makeup tutorial. Gold star for participation. I just realized that I better go ahead and do my eyeshadow first. I don't think I'm gonna keep going with base right now because I think I might use some glitter and I don't want to have to clean up any glitter fallout after having already applied base products. I'm gonna put on this, the Essence Eye Base. I've said this before, but I find that if I use just a touch of this, then it works well. If I use anything more than just a touch, it creases. Just a touch. All right, let's dig in to this palette. This is my ColourPop Build Your Own palette. This is my first time playing with it. And I chose these colors. Oh, actually, is that in focus? So I chose these colors because I've been wanting some like blushy coral looks. I've been wanting like a actually really intense coral, like intense blushy coral looks. And so I'm going to try to kind of make the quintessential look that I was envisioning when I put together this palette. Although I can't use all of them, this is a pretty dynamic palette. I feel like I could get pink looks, I could get purple looks, I could get reddish looks, I could get all glitter looks, I can get neutral looks. I'm gonna kind of go for that coral though, because that was my main thought when I was building this, because I feel like it's something I've been trying to do with the eyeshadows I already have and that I haven't quite been able to get. I haven't really hit the nail on the head, and so I was spurred to build my own palette to try to hit the nail on the head. So we'll see. I'm using mostly Refer brushes. I'm probably not going to tell you every brush I'm using. Should I zoom in? I guess I should zoom in. All right, This is the kind of thing I usually cut from the video, Joe, just so you know. You don't need to keep it in that I went and drank water. All right, I hope that that's zoomed in enough. I didn't want to get super close because I feel like it can be kind of hard to control the focus. And I don't really feel like manually focusing right now. So I'm gonna go straight into this most coral, most exciting color. I believe this is called Meteorite. And I'm gonna use that to lay down the base for the look. See that shadow base was already creasing, but I can also feel it kind of making like a sticky layer. So I am going to go, I feel like that's good. This is definitely like the kind of color that I wanted when I bought this palette. I'm actually gonna go into this kind of very pale coral, mostly just because I wanna try out as many of these eyeshadows as possible. I'm gonna put that all the way up kind of on my brow bone. So it is darkening the base of the look, but I would ordinarily be fine with just using the one color, the darker one, but I do like this actually. They're very complementary. I'm glad I almost didn't include this paler peachy coral because I felt like it was a little bit boring, but then I remembered how much I love using blush to do this, like a light blush, and that's why I put it in, and I'm really glad I did that. Yeah, I really feel like that lighter coral helped to diffuse the whole look, helped to kind of bring it out and make it kind of more swooshy, more sort of flowy. I really like that, and I'm really glad that I included that lighter color. So I'm gonna do some work on my lower lash line with those same colors. I think I'll probably start with the lighter one on a bigger brush and then go in with the darker one on a smaller brush. And we're done. Just kidding. I think I want to keep going with this idea. These mattes are kind of the first ones that I added to the palette, and then I kind of built these other ones in around it. So I'm gonna go into that one, which is called Martian. It's like a very, very slightly satin. I think that they're selling it actually as like a rich terracotta that has gold glitters in it. But to me, the gold glitters kind of just make it a little bit satin. I'm just gonna do the same brush that I started with actually, but I'm gonna be careful and use it in a more targeted way. And I'm gonna deepen up the crease with that like ruddy, slightly satin terracotta. All right, I'm in love and obsessed with the palette I made. This is exactly what I was envisioning. All right, I'm gonna put a little bit of Martian on my lower lash line. It is almost as if these three colors are like three shades of the same color, but that gives me a lot of control over the gradient. Ah, yeah. I live. I'm really feeling myself right now. I'm feeling very editorial. All right, what should we do? So I kind of feel like I have the choice between sending it in a more pink direction or sending it in more like a copper direction. And then there are these glitters. I think I'm gonna send it in the more copper direction. And actually what I'm gonna do is take Martian, which is that terracotta that I was just using, and I'm gonna go ahead and pack that kind of on my lid to keep it more orange, so that when I start going in, maybe with like a copper glitter, it stays more orange, or more of like a coral orange. Yeah, see how that's, so when I was building it on top of those pinker corals, it was looking more coral, but it's actually quite orange when it's packed on its own. Oh my God, that color. Yeah, I'm glad I'm making this look all about this extraordinary color. So I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna deepen up the outer corner with a little bit of a bronze. So it's gonna add dimension because it's got some glimmer to it. It's this one, which is called Millie. And I'm gonna use that in the outer corner, but it's not too dark. So it's actually gonna kind of keep this general impression, but it'll sculpt the eye somewhat. And then I'm gonna go in with glitters from the inner corner. And actually, before I go in with glitter, I'm going to put on a little eyeliner, BRB. So I just looked at my, am I back in focus? So I just looked at my eyeliner and I was like, I wish I had like a red eyeliner, which I really do. I actually do wish I had like an orange or red eyeliner, but I do have this Ombre Hypnose Stilo from Lancome, which is in like a copper color. That's the color right down there. So I'm gonna use actually a brush and I'm gonna put this in my waterline. And just, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. You can, Joe, you can cut this part. It always is so weird looking. All right, I'm going in with Renegade, the coppery glitter. So I'm gonna dab it on in my inner corner and then maybe go in with like the little brush and place it a little bit more precisely. I'm having a really hard time just stopping there with the glitter like a normal person. I don't know. Should I just stop there? I'm gonna put a little more on. A little more on. There we go. I feel like that looks a little bit less paint by number and a little bit more like glitter is a part of my body. I do feel like I need to deepen up the outer corner ever so slightly and maybe the lash line underneath, although I am going to resist putting glitter underneath my eye as I usually would, because I don't really want this to be all about the glitter. I really want it to be all about that orange color. So I'm gonna deepen up the outer corner using this slightly, or not slightly, but this very, very dark eyeshadow in the bottom corner right here. This is a Makeup Geek shadow called Steampunk. But I'm gonna mix it on my brush with Martian because I don't want this look to become brown. So I'm really actually just gonna go way into Martian with a dab of the darker. I just dabbed into the darker shadow. Yes! Yes, it's exactly what I wanted. It's almost like I made a darker version of Martian. Like I mixed it on my brush. All right, that's it for the eyes. That's exactly what I wanted. So I am going to put mascara on off camera. I'm gonna turn off the camera to do it. All right, there's the mascara on and the fallout cleaned up. While I was putting on the mascara, the man of the hour himself came home from work and took off his pants, and now he's lying in bed watching a show on his phone. So I also had a snack, and the news, the breaking news since zooming out is that I am in love with my own creation. And I'm gonna put on some base product now. So I had primer on, and then I had put on that green color corrector. You guys saw me doing that. But a lot of it got worn away, and I used a little bit of tape to pick up the glitter fallout on my cheeks. I actually really don't, I think I said this before, I feel like having very much base makeup on today. I kind of want to do the minimum. So I'm going to go for my most minimal base product, which is the Touche Eclat. It's really quite sheer. It's supposed to just be kind of like a highlighter. It's not really supposed to provide any kind of coverage. But I find that when I have, you know, like a little bit of redness coming in like this does a really good job of just evening it out. It also does a really good job of kind of taking care of fallout without it looking like there's any coverage on there. So I'm going to use a brush, which means that the brush will pick up some of that product, so there's going to be even less product left on my face. So using my sheerest concealing product and using a brush on top of that to sheer it out even further, it's going to even out my skin tone, but without making it look like there's makeup on my face, which is what I want today. All right, and now I'm just gonna spot conceal these blemishes. All right, there we go. I'm gonna leave it at that. It occurs to me to say, and this might sound kind of weird because it might sound kind of obvious, but we never phrase it this way, that the key to a no makeup look, like the key to looking like you don't have a lot of makeup on your skin, is to have the imperfections of your skin show. So it's like trying to retain the texture, the imperfection, the blotchiness, maybe softening it a little bit with some sheer products. But if you really want to have that no makeup look, it's basically showing off the fact that your skin is real, and all real skin is uneven and imperfect in some way. So I'm using one of my favorite blushes, which is this little Depotted Wet n Wild blush, apricot in the middle. And I'm going to kind of use it bronzer style with this big fluffy bronzer brush. I'm going to use it to warm up my whole face and possibly my neck. I'm going to concentrate it on my cheeks. What a great product. I love that blush. All right, I'm gonna quickly do my brows. I'm just gonna do soap brows. All right, that's it. I just brushed soap through my brows and they're living their best lives for the rest of the day. All that remains, except for to put my mole back on, is to choose a lipstick. And I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna choose. So when I was conceiving of this eye look and gathering the things together in front of me to film this Get Ready With Me, I picked two potential lip colors. Actually, I picked three potential lip colors because I wasn't sure how orange or how coral it was gonna end up, but I kind of wanted to go for a bright lip. So I picked three bright lips. One is quite orange, my only true bright orange. It's like really, really orange, not even really a red, but a true orange. Did you know that it's orange? Let me tell you something, it's orange. And then these are both what I consider kind of my pinky reds. And one of them is NARS Famous Red. It's a really bright fluorescent pinky red. And then the other one is Bobbi Brown Crushed Lip Color in Babe. I think it's Babe because it's a little bit pinker than the other two. So the clash, because the eyes are so incredibly warm and coral, the clash by using something that's edging towards being maybe a little bit cool toned, I feel like is more editorial. And also it's the least impactful in terms of formula. It's a little bit lighter, so it provides balance in multiple ways. So I'm gonna use Bobbi Brown Babe. So that's it. I'm gonna put these earrings on. These were sent to me by my subscriber Carolina, who has a jewelry brand that is based in Mexico, actually. And I almost always have her linked in my description box because she also made my semicolon ring, and I wear that ring almost every day. I'm almost always wearing it when I'm filming, so I almost always have Carolina linked. But I don't think I've had the chance to show these earrings yet on my channel. They're based on the artwork of Gustav Klimt, and they have eyes. Yeah, and I feel like they go beautifully with this look, both because of the gold and just kind of conceptually. It's really working for me. I filmed some close-up footage so maybe you guys could get a better idea of how my skin actually looks and see the eye look up close with the mascara on, and see the lip and the eye look up close together, and see the earrings up close together. That really is it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and thank you, Joe, for editing my video. Thank you for participating in my channel. This was a fun one. And don't forget to take extra good care of yourself, you guys, so that you can be the most effective version of yourself as you do your work in the world. And I don't know if Joe will edit it out or not. It's like a scary version of my one take tutorial that I did, because not only can he leave anything in that he wants and leave in anything that I would ordinarily edit, but he can like add he can like do anything. He can make me weird in any way.
Neat.
Like yellow glimmer in them, so they're still gonna be connected to that warmth. Oh my gosh, I burped again. I forget how much I burp when I'm filming. It's because I'm always drinking soda water, so maybe you can edit that out, Joe. I'm not gonna put more back on. I actually really don't. I feel like I got in over my head with this video. Further, and just smelling this brush to make sure it's okay. I can't believe how many things that I do that are weird that I usually do with confidence, knowing that I can edit them out of my own video. This has been really revealing for me.
Da 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 da.